Welcome to the Christopher Valentine Show. I have my first Academy Award-winning actress here today, Miss Shirley Jones, and I'm so happy and pleased. She has been in the business for so long. She started out singing. Did you start out actually in a beauty contest? Is that where you first got
I won the
started?
title of Miss Pittsburgh. I'm from Pennsylvania, and my singing teacher, I was barely 17, 16, something like that, decided to enter me in the contest, and I was an opera singer at that time.
Oh, I didn't know
sang,
that.
I sang Il Bacio, which is an
Wow.
opera song, and won the contest, became Miss Pittsburgh, went on for the Miss Pennsylvania, but I came in second.
Oh.
I was the first runner-up.
Okay.
But it was a good thing, because I went on to do other things that were really more important for me at the time.
That's right. Sometimes when you have a roadblock, it
That's
really
right.
steers
That's
you
exactly
in a better way and
Another direction
and
that
where
I
you're
wanted
supposed to go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that happens, I think, to a lot of people. It's happened to me in life.
Yes.
And a lot of people want to know how do you get started in this business, and we see shows like Toddlers and Tiaras and Little Miss Perfect, and so here's a shining example of somebody, once again, that started off in a beauty contest and got their start that way. And thanks to your singing teacher that got you involved. Were your parents supportive as well?
Very. I'm an only child, and normally I would have thought they would have wanted me to, to go to college and do that. Of course, I was on my way to college to be a veterinarian. I wanted to be a
that's
veterinarian,
interesting.
big animal person. And I stopped off in New York, and I knew a pianist in New York that I'd worked with. I went through the Pittsburgh Playhouse, which was a wonderful it was a proving ground for young people. They had 3 theaters, and you went to during high school, during the summers, I would go and learn dancing and acting and all that kind of stuff. And it was great. It was a great place to be.
So you were doing it on your own. Your parents were very supportive. You were taking singing lessons too, I take
I
it.
took singing lessons in
That's
Pittsburgh.
fantastic. Not like the old days with MGM where they just completely taught you everything. You go from speech class
That's
to
right. Well,
acting
see,
class.
I did it at the Playhouse because I was never under contract to a studio.
Okay.
I was under personal contract to Rodgers and Hammerstein,
Oh, that's right.
the one and only first and last.
And Elmer Gantry.
Yes.
That was a musical, was it not? Or-
Well, no, it was not a musical. It became a
It
musical.
became a musical, but you did the
Became a
movie.
I did the movie.
That's where you Shirley got the Academy Award.
Right.
And tell us a little bit about that movie. Did you enjoy making it? Did you feel it was a big hit?
It was wonderful. It was the part that I was thrilled about. And the interesting thing is that Burt Lancaster was the one that wanted me for it, and he was co-producing with Richard Brooks, the writer-producer. And Richard Brooks did not want me for the part. He had somebody else in mind. But Burt won out, and just to tell this story, my very first scene, Richard shot in sequence, and so I didn't come in till the middle of the film. But every day Burt would have me come to the set, have lunch with him, he'd tell me what was going on and so on. But my first scene was the hardest scene I had to do in the film. It was the scene where the House of Prostitution, where I'm telling how I met I met Elmer Gantry. And he gave me no direction whatsoever. He just sat with his legs crossed, smoking his pipe. And I went home that day, and I was in tears, and I said to my husband, "It's over. He's going to fire me. He didn't want me, and he, doesn't want me in the film." Well, the next day I didn't have to work, so he got to see what I'd already shot. And he called me the next evening, and he said, "Shirley, this is Richard Brooks." He said, "I owe you an apology." He said, "Not only are you going to be great in this film, but I predict you're going to win an Academy Award."
And you did. And you
So
did.
that's...
Well, that's a good start.
And I went on to do 2 more films with him.
And were these also Roger and Hammerstein films?
No.
They seemed big promoters of you in the beginning.
Well, they were.
How did they discover
I
you?
did Carousel, and I did, well, that's another
Carousel.
story. I was on my way to college to become a vet. This was July. I was going in September. I was 17, and stopped off in New York City with my parents. We went there every summer. And I knew this pianist in New York that I'd worked with at the Pittsburgh Playhouse. So he said, "Come on up, we'll sing a couple of tunes," and I did. And he said, "Listen, Rodgers and Hammerstein's casting director is having open auditions for anybody that wants to sing for them." Because they had 3 shows running on Broadway at the time, and their shows ran so long that they had to keep replacing chorus people all the time. So they would have just open auditions for anybody that wanted to come in and sing. I'd never been to a professional audition. I mean, I was really very green, very new. I said, "Oh, I don't think I can do that. I don't know, He said, "Come on, try it." Well, he talked me into it. Stood in line around the block with everybody else waiting to sing for the casting director. And I went in and I sang my songs. And he's the usual question, "What have you done, Miss Jones?" And I said, "Nothing." And he said, "Could you wait a few moments? Mr. Rogers just happens to be across the street rehearsing his orchestra for Oklahoma, which was about to open at City Center and go out on another road tour." He said, "I want him to hear you personally." Now, I barely knew who Richard Rogers was. I mean, I was that green. I was from a town of 800 people. So I waited. Down the aisle comes this gentleman. He said, "Miss Jones?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "What did you say your name was again?" And he said, "Richard Rogers."
That's a good start, huh?
Yes. Sang for him.
It sounds like a Hollywood movie, actually.
I'm telling you, this story, when I tell it, they call it the Cinderella story, and that's what it was.
But it was your pure natural talent.
My first audition. And
what
he said,
happened?
"Could you wait 20 minutes? I'm going to call my partner, Oscar Hammerstein, at home, have him come and hear you." My pianist said, "Shirley, I hate to do this to you, but I can't wait. I have an airplane to catch." Roger said, "Don't worry, we'll figure something out." Hammerstein arrived. He said, "You know the score of Oklahoma?" And I said, "Well, I think I may know the music, but I don't know the words." Of course, I'm talking to the lyricist. He gave me the score. He said, "We just happen to have a City Center Symphony across the street. Come and sing with the symphony."
Oh my
I'd never heard a symphony, seen a symphony, let alone sing with one.
Oh my
That was my
goodness.
very
Were you
first
getting nervous
professional-
at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
But you know, it was a funny thing. I was so naive.
Did the piano teacher know who they were?
Oh, yes, of course.
So she must have told you.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
but you know, I was so naive. At that point in time, I thought maybe this happens to everybody. You know, this is the way it works.
Sweet 17.
I know.
And so you went across the street.
Sang 3 songs from Oklahoma. I never got to college. Went right into my first show, a show called South Pacific, one of the nurses on Broadway. And within the year, I was starring in the motion picture of Oklahoma.
Oh, you know, I just love that movie, and I
Yeah.
love the music with the wind comes
Yeah.
sweeping. Could you sing a few bars of any
No,
song?
not today.
Not today.
Not today.
That is just another classic. You were in Carousel. These
Carousel.
all came. What was the first movie that you did?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. So that was that was a
the
great
first-
start.
That was the story I just told you. I mean, it was
Yeah.
remarkable.
So you got that one right away. It's like a Cinderella story.
And they
and
put me under personal contract, and then I went. Then
they didn't
after,
do that with too many people, did they?
I was the only one. First
That
and
was
last.
the only first and last.
First and last.
They
yeah.
knew a good thing when they saw it,
So it was really interesting.
when
yeah.
they heard it, I should say.
And I did Carousel for them,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that was the last, sort of the last musical. Then I went on to do April Love with Pat Boone, and then musicals were finished, you know. And
What
that's
year was that when
Gantry-
the musicals were
About, let's see, 1957, 58.
What was
yeah.
the cause of that? Because there's such a resurgence now with musicals.
Now, but
it's the kids, you know, they saw Grease in the 70s.
European market didn't receive them well. They didn't understand 2 people standing up there and singing to each other and talking to each other. They weren't real enough for the European market,
I
and they
didn't know
cost
that.
so much to make, you know.
Yes.
So that was the thing.
And you were talking about Burt Lancaster earlier. Was he also responsible with the Partridge Family, or how did you transition into television?
Oh no, that had
Okay.
nothing to do with Partridge Family. Matter of fact, I didn't want to do the Partridge
You
Family.
didn't?
Well, my agents and managers said, "Shirley, don't do a television series because if it is successful, you'll be that character for the rest of your life, and your movie career will be on the toilet." And they were right.
Well,
But it was wonderful for me to do.
we
There's no
remember
doubt about
you.
it.
I mean, we remember
I
you from
know.
the big movies, but we also
Yeah.
remember you from television, and it did bring in a whole new audience. Because
Absolutely.
when did it actually start airing?
70 to 75.
So I was in the 70s,
Yeah.
believe it or not, and I think I was probably seeing the reruns or the last
Yeah.
few real seasons because I remember watching it on TV all the
Yeah.
time.
No, it was wonderful, and what it did for me
Mhm.
personally was the best thing that ever happened because it gave me a chance to stay home and raise my kids, and I had 3 small sons, you know, and they were school age, and I'd taken them all over the world on movie locations, and I couldn't do that anymore. So it gave me 5 years to stay home and raise my kids.
So what were your hours like? What do you start in the morning and what time
It
do you
was a
finish?
half-hour show, so you know, we'd start in the morning, you know, go into makeup at 6:37, and finish 5, 6 o'clock. you
That's
know.
perfect.
It was perfect.
Oh, so many stars bring their kids on the sets too.
They all came on the set too.
They all did. Well, you had like a double family because everybody thought Sean Cassidy was your son. It was actually your stepson.
No, David's my
I
stepson.
mean David Cassidy. I'm sorry.
Sean's my son.
Okay, sorry about that. So David
David's the
Cassidy.
stepson.
Well, that's right. David Cassidy was the stepson, but on the show The Partridge Family, he played your son. So there was always seemed to be some. The media wanted to believe that he was
Oh, sure.
your real
Oh,
son.
yeah, I know.
And
I know.
wasn't there stories of people showing up in your front yard wanting to live with you because they
They would get on a bus and come from Iowa and sit on my front lawn and say, "Can we join the Partridge Family band?" These poor kids.
So what did you do when
Oh,
that
I had to
happened?
call their parents and
Oh my
get them
gosh.
on an airplane or get them on a bus home.
Did you shelter them for the
Oh,
night?
sure, yeah.
In your home?
Oh, yeah. I
So
had
they
to.
did get to.
These were teenagers, you know.
Wow.
I mean, these were little kids.
They couldn't tell the difference between reality and. Well, you come across so real, so homey, so motherly on the show. We all fell in love with
Yeah.
you, and it's still. Is that show still being shown?
Every now and then, they see it. We see
And
it.
I just happened to see the movie about you and David Cassidy's life. That
Yeah.
was on last week. That was pretty amazing. What did you? Was that pretty close to real
Pretty
life?
close to real life. Uh-huh.
You were married to
Jack Cassidy.
Jack
his
Cassidy.
father,
Jack Cassidy.
He was 7 years old when I married Jack. David was 7.
Oh.
His mother's still living. She's still here.
I love the ending of that movie because David was going through so much, and maybe you know if this was real or not. He saw the spirit of his father come in, and he finally got to hear what he needed to hear to heal. Was that real?
Well, more or less. I mean,
Okay, somewhat.
somewhat,
Okay.
somewhat. Yeah, I think there was a lot of. Unfortunately, Jack was not the best father in the world. I have to say that honestly, and he was a magnificent performer, singer, actor, gorgeous to look at, all of the above. But fatherhood wasn't too easy for him. So, and I think, to tell you the truth, I think David got the worst of it.
Oh.
Because at least I was with my
Was there
sons a lot.
rivalry? Because the movie
Yeah,
portrayed.
there was rivalry, exactly.
Okay, a lot of people don't
Yeah.
think that happens, but
Yeah.
I think it's true.
It does happen.
It's sad that some parents don't want their children to go further than
Yeah,
they did,
I know,
but
I know.
it does seem like Hollywood is very competitive too, though.
Yeah.
That seems just a
I
reality
don't
that
think necessarily that Jack felt that he didn't want David to be more talented than him. But I think that he was so afraid of show business, as I was for my kids. He wanted him to go to college, get an education, and then if he wanted to be in show business, do it. But of course, there was none of that. I wanted that for Sean too, and that didn't
Really?
happen with Sean.
It seems like nowadays the stars are starting off younger and younger and younger,
Yeah.
and if you don't get that
It's very dangerous. It can be very dangerous, as we know today with all of the,
well, Judy Garland.
ugh.
I saw you on television just a few
Yeah.
days ago talking about Judy Garland.
Yeah.
Miss Shirley Jones was on TCM, my favorite channel to watch
Mine
old
too,
movies.
mine
Is
too.
it?
My
And
favorite.
you picked out the most phenomenal movies that day. We have Doris Day's greatest movie, Love Me or Leave Me, what you picked out.
Jimmy Cagney.
With James Cagney, of course, and we also had A Random Harvest with
Greer Garson and
Greer
Alan
Garson.
Coleman.
Oh, that's like,
It was one of the few movies that Greer Garson sang and danced in.
really?
She sang and danced
That
in.
movie is like so moving, and
Very
there's so
moving.
much feeling that it
Yeah.
brings out of you. It's like, oh, I can't take the feeling
I know,
anymore. There's
I
so
know,
much to
I
it.
know.
And then the one with Judy Garland, that was, what was that called?
Judy Garland and Gene Kelly.
Yes.
Excuse me. Wait a minute. I forget it every minute. What was the name?
That was where Judy Garland, they were both in the military.
Yeah, right.
And I thought that was together. I know they did a lot of movies together, The Pirate and some other movies, but that movie,
It was one- well,
I'm
that
a
was-
huge fan of
That
Judy
was
Garland.
Gene's first movie.
I was going to say
Gene
that was
Kelly's.
out of all his
Yeah.
movies, that was the favorite movie that I liked him in. Out of all
That
his
was
movies.
that was the first one he ever made. And he's from
And-
Pittsburgh. We're from the same hometown.
Well, it's like the story of your life
Yeah.
and many other people's lives. We talk about nature spirits on my show, and we were talking this morning with them, and they said, I says, wow, this is really, you have to go on the road, you have to get out there and meet
Yeah.
the people, and they said, yeah, it's like vaudeville.
Yeah.
It's been such an enormous pleasure to have
Thank
you on
you.
the show.
I hate to
and
leave you, but I have
is there
to.
anything going on with your career that you want to talk about? Things coming up? Are you going on tour?
I
or
just
anything
did a
in the works?
17-city tour. Just got back.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 17 cities in 17 days.
So that's that vaudeville. So you're singing, dancing,
All of the above.
comedy, talking with the audience.
Everything.
And your website is?
My website is shirleyjones.com.
All right, so it's been so phenomenal.
Thank
you
you.
so much for
Thank
being on
you.
the show. Mwah.
Thank you.
All right, we appreciate it.
Okay.